bordered around the fact, when do your children start being sexually attracted? Most parents live in denial, or most parents are unprepared for this phase of their children's life. I'd like to give it a sounding board. From age 10, your children will definitely begin to experience a gravitation towards the opposite sex. Now, for girls, it is usually around 8 to 13. For boys, from 9 to 14, thereabout, but I'd like to put it at 10. That is where it's going to start. There must have been an introductory class, on puberty. Now, this stage is called the puberty and the adolescence. Your children will grapple with different things. They will grapple with changing their body's development, the breast, the testicles, the penis, beginning to grow up, pubic hair, change in voice. Boys will begin to experience different things. Not only will they experience body changes, their minds are also going through puberty. Hormones testosterone and estrogen are kicking in, production of these hormones. And so many things are going to happen. You'll find that your children want to be alone, mood swing. Some of them will begin to manifest the eye rolling stage and the door slamming stage because they want to be alone. And where you do not understand what is happening to your children, the tendency for you to think that your 7-8-year-old is growing an attitude, is becoming stubborn, wants to be alone, and even when you should respect their alone time, they're telling, will you come out and come and join the others? And it becomes a friction. What you need to understand is to empathize. These children do not understand. It is you, the parent, who will hold their hands, support them through this stage. And where there is that confusion, and you are not sensitive to it, it can cause a whole lot of... Your children are not changing. It is part of the growth process, and they are still your children. They do not love you less. Do you understand? They are not rebelling, but there is something happening in their members that they are trying to understand and they are trying to embrace. It is your place as parents, guardian, caregivers to give them that much needed support. Teach them journaling. Let them be okay to write how they feel. Let them be okay, very importantly, to speak to you about it. And you should respect this. I got a call from a father the other day saying to me that his son ran out of the house. Why did he run out? I noticed he was chatting to a girl. He was texting to a girl through WhatsApp when I went to repair his laptop, and I had warned him never to talk to this girl. And so when I called him and scolded him, he ran out of the house and he's not back home. Could you please help me talk to him so he will come back home? Funny enough, the boy and I had a conversation and we were laughing, we were chit-chatting and all of that. Now, and I called the father and said, I don't think you've handled this situation well. Your son is at the stage where he's attracted to girls. He's 14 years. This is not a boy. He must have been doing it before this time. You just got to realize and all hell has let loose. He's not going to be a baby forever. Now, the way you treat him, I think I need to have a class. I need to have a live session on this, because look, 5 minutes is not going to suffice for me to treat this area and this, this thing. When you teach your children that attraction is not love, your children, yes, will get attracted to people. Your sons will get attracted to girls. Your girls will get attracted to boys. They will begin to develop things like crushes. Your children need to understand this thing. I have come to a level where I've spoken to my daughters about the years when I had crushes. And when I look back 4 years after, I said, God forbid, thank God. You understand? And my kids laughed at me so hysterically because I needed to share my story so that they can relate and understand that an attraction or a crush doesn't amount. That is not love. They are not in that age bracket. But their emotions are valid. They are morphing into people who would, connect to higher and more meaningful emotions. So my job as a mother is to educate them as much as I can, give them much reading material, support them through these stages, be with them in the areas, make them understand. And where I do not understand, I read, I research, and I seek support. But this is a beautiful stage. How you navigate it is very essential. This is not time to be raising your voice unnecessarily. This is time to help your children. Your children will get withdrawn. They want to be alone. Respect the that's about them. Your children are going through a phase that they will need support. I want to do a live on this because honestly 5 minutes is not enough. I need to come up live, and I'm hoping that tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening I will come up live. If not this evening, I'll put out this announcement on my social media channels. Your children will not be children forever. Life is in a stretch, and this stretch they will go through seasons and phases. The puberty, the adolescence is there, and in that phase lies the sexual attraction stage. How you navigate it with your children will mean a lot for your children. Do not be in denial. Denial will not help you help your children. The more informed your children are, the more embracing you are of their reality, the easier for you to tide over. Hormones are kicking in. I love you all, and I'll see you at the live session. Please check the caption.